How are we all doing today? Good morning, good afternoon, and every other time in between. How is Liz today? I'm actually glad you're in here, Liz. I got a quick question for you. What's that game that you're playing? The one where you got Queen as a chicken. Looking for a little cozy game to do offline. I'll have to see if it's on Steam. Thank you. Anyways, we're gonna continue on with our English playthrough. How you doing, Arcane? We ended up having to cut the last stream a bit short, so we're gonna be continuing with our campaigns here in Iberia. We are still at war, trying to capture Santiago. So we're gonna hop right into it. Oh no, a covert claim. And we're starting to, looks like putting our dynasty on the throne of Scotland might turn into some problems. We're now rivals with our cousin up here. I will deal with Scotland if there's any issue. Let's see. We're getting pretty close to trebuchets, about 17 more years. That will be a pretty big change in warfare for us, being able to basically bust through these castles pretty quickly. Everybody wants a piece of William III. Hopefully we get another son. One that, you know, isn't a leper. But we'll make him a brave leper. We had 2 lepers back to back, and we got another daughter. Yeah, you're still alive. There's a good chance, Liz, that you might become the Queen of England, because I'm not going to have a leper on the throne. Nothing against people with leprosy. He most likely just die too quick. We'll name your sister Mary. And right now we really don't need to have a chance of a regency. Hit the wrong one there. There we go. Eventually we'll get some more stuff for the royal court. Also in this episode we're going to reorganize the basically how the English proper army works. Because we're reaching the appropriate side that we're only really going to be raising the levy if we're fighting a peer when it comes to the sheer size. Though right now we're starting to bleed through the is that the Crusade Force? No, that's not the Crusade. I definitely should have switched that to Mangonels, but I forgot. Ah, cool. Looks like we're about to have another battle for Santiago. Just gonna let their army get on us. Take both of them out. There we go. Much similar in size this time around, too. Fighting a war all the way down here is definitely pretty stressful on our system. The medieval era, we're still not quite got the supply lines. But after we have Santiago, capturing the rest of the area should be pretty neat. Alrighty, let's continue with 1212 for Crusader Wars. Our army has taken a good little bit of a beating. The terrain down here in the Iberian Peninsula. Definitely gonna have to try to grab a hold of this area up here first and quick. Put our knights over there. Bring our medium infantry over this way. Bring our dismounted foots over here. Tuck them in a little more. Our longbows are definitely going to be probably the deciding factor in this fight, if I had to say so. And we'll put the king right here.
Cavalry ready and willing. Ready for orders. Ready to ride. Hold formation.
Alrighty, let's see. How are they moving first? They're sending out their skirmisher forces, moving their whole army.
The enemy has been spotted.
Thinking we'll try to use the terrain and funnel them. No, it looks like they are letting us, Wait a minute, I almost didn't notice them. They've got some Looks to be some more skirmishers up this way. Let's see. Now let's get the English army on the move. So I briefly mentioned this in the last episode, but I don't think I did a very good job. So our front line, our ordinary soldiers, basically our just our spearmen. These are just basically some of the more average people just pulled off of the farms. The state, we're at the point in the medieval era where the state is providing arms, so they're given some gambeson armor, and if they could afford a little bit more stuff, they can get a little better things. But the state is starting to provide arms and equipment at this point. But it's mostly light gambeson. But it's still considerably better protection than what we have been seeing for the average peasantry beforehand. Over here, our medium infantry, this represents our artisans, basically the craftsmen, all that sort of stuff. Tradesmen, basically people who are a little bit more rich, they can afford some better equipment. Some of them got some of them got chainmail, some of them still just got the gambeson, some are both. The free company of the longbowmen, they're basically sort of the same thing. They're people who do a lot more hunting as a trade. They're strong enough that they continue to do the training for the longbows, but they're not as what you would see with our dedicated longbowmen over here. The English foot knights, they're basically the same as our English knight, they're just dismantled, so these are just basically some of the more professional soldiers. They are dedicated in fighting. So they have better equipment. All of them have their own coat of arms and royal het seals, all that sort of stuff. And then we have our mounted knights. Right now, when it comes to the English, this is the evolution of the Norman cavalry. Over here is our, basically the upper class, like our actual proper knights. So these are knights, but they're just knights from different realms. Basically like your dukes and some of the other things that come around. And then these are basically the royal knights. The ones that are personally loyal to the king. And then over here is the king himself. William III. Now that we're in position, time to really take a look at how the Arab... Well, this one isn't an Arab, this is the proper army from Leon. Portuguese. Crossbowmen. Still got some of their Arab, Castilians. Lyon's interesting as it has a good little bit of each. Most of these seem to be actual armored. And some Arab. Let's see where their king is. I believe this is their king. I should have looked. Alrighty. So now it's mostly sort of just staring at one another. See if we can get them to move.
Ready for orders.
We both have equally valid defensive positions. So it's just the question of getting them to move, or if I'm going to have to move.
Quickly now. Forward.
Cavalry charge ought to
Charge.
encourage them.
Charge. Engage. We await your command. Forward.
Oh nope, this is the king.
The brave ready for orders. Forward. At your service. For glory. Return to your positions. For glory.
Yeah, they're starting to move, so we want to run our forces back.
The enemy has laid an ambush! The enemy have rallied their units!
Yep, there come their cavalry.
We hunger for blood and battle!
Why did they come off like that?
Run, Cassian! Damn this hill wall! Charge!
Yeah, this skirmish cavalry, they shouldn't have bothered with that. Continuing with the little cavalry battle I see going on here.
Charge! Our men have given up and are running for their lives! expected.
Push our heavy infantry into the fight now.
Our forces have found their courage. Back to the fight.
Luckily, our cavalry have been basically just superior to theirs. Let's begin the mass rout.
The general has been killed. Excellent. The enemy is attacking our general.
And kaboom! Just like that. Whole side of their army just routed. That's why you do morale timing. Let's...
At the double. For glory. Advance.
There go our heavy infantry. How you doing, Puppy Panda?
God's been good. We are moments away from victory.
And just like that, mass morale loss. I'm doing alright. That is our second military victory over the Kingdom of Leon. While that's loading, I'm going to be right back. Alright, I am back. Let's see how well this victory was for us. Didn't really count towards our war score. That's not really what we wanted to see, to be honest. And our aunt died. 19 months. We're gonna pop back over to England and we're gonna fix the problem that we're having really quickly. So this will let our army recover. And if they dare follow us back to England, well, that'll be on them. Speed time back up. Welcome back, Liz. Oh, the Queen's pregnant again. So we're just going to use this to recover our numbers again. Our marriage to one of the members of Panda's family that was successful with that one. Almost build the University of Oxford. We definitely need a physician again. This one here ought to honestly be better for our court. Smallpox for the Queen, and that's not good. She's also pregnant. Almost got all of our newer soldiers ready to go. I'll just speed up time a little bit more and send them back down. Another girl. Isabella. put her on intrigue. She shall be educated for intrigue. We haven't had an intrigue character yet. Yep, Liz has her first character that's actually showed up. Right now it's starting to look like she might become the next Queen of England. And the next player character, if we don't get another son, because I don't want to have a son who has leprosy. Somebody who could just fall apart. And we're going to have the other half of the army come back. Oh good, we are finally safe, and luckily there was a succession, and we are at war with just the part that is Galicia, the kingdom-wise. So this is beneficial to us. Oh cool, our cousin has died, which is fortunate for us. So there's a new king on the throne of Scotland right now. Let's see if they've unified their culture like we have. Basically, yes they have. The Scots. Now we have arrived with mangonels, and we can start really tearing down these walls. And we have our new house guards, which I haven't seen them. Let's bring down these walls. Oh, and we were victorious. So we didn't get to actually see off the house guards. Alrighty, let's increase its size, and Santiago, we're going to build a castle here. And we're going to use a mod that I actually have not used yet, so we're actually going to need to turn that off. We're going to convert all of the main holdings into churches, and we can do that using the convert holdings mod that I like to use. So we are actually going to properly dedicate Santiago to the church. This will give us a lot of favor with the Catholic Church. So let's see. Santiago. There we go. And we are converting it to a church. Now, since this is now a church holding, whenever we do pilgrimages to Santiago, it will actually acknowledge that it is a church. And we're immediately going to grant this to somebody who is English and has high learning. And he is also a theologian, but he's also lustful, so we don't want him to be a member, because that will also... William DeWiel. That actually sounds decent. He's not in line to inherit the main duchy up there, so we're going to grant William DeWiel. He's got good traits. He would be a good Catholic for this. Though he is betrothed, though it will cancel that, so nothing to worry about there. There will be a castle holding, so the area will be defended by a good bit. It's also got Santiago, so it's going to be a nice, powerful holding. We're also going to go ahead and promote English culture. We're going to make sure... Yep. How much do we need to usurp the... Should be quite alright for now. We can make him a proper... Well, right now, not a... He's not high enough to be on the council. What is going on here? Looks like the Duke of Mercia is having a little bit of a issue. We're gonna modify his vassal contract to force partition. I'll lower his taxes Uh, and we'll give him title protections. Actually, fortified rights. Let him build castles. Because Wessex is down in, like, a important area as well. Corrupt officials at Oxford. No, no, no. Build up the last little areas of our primary castles. Alrighty. I'll replace them there. We're going to replace that remnant, that regiment, with some pikemen. Place our cavalry down here. Alrighty. So yeah, we want to have a lot of longbowmen. We have our heavy infantry, and we also have our house guards. And then with our pikemen, so whenever we raise our proper army, it'll be pretty good. If it is a matrimonial marriage, basically where she is the one that is the primary, so all of the children's going to her house, they should join your court. And if it's the other way around, so like if I was doing that with somebody who was here in the HRE, the person would go over there, but if it's the guy, it should be he will come over to your area. Though if you want to guarantee him to come over, you could invite him just physically to your realm. Which is the easiest way, just to make sure that they come over to your area. Let's upgrade this cathedral. Okay, that is a proper event. And finally, we have... Oh no, it's not. Not our primary. So while we were busy fighting, the Seljuk Empire had pushed into the Roman Empire and declared this area part of the Sultanate of Rum. Still technically belongs de facto to the Roman Empire. But the Romans are definitely not having a good day. They are losing influence. Stay there, phone. We might not have a, Oh, this is actually interesting. Let's see, government type. There we go. A little bit of tribal left in that area. But due to the religion being in this area, we might not see the Mongol Genghis Khan. Interesting. Now the Gasavids should start soon their migration into India. Looks like they're already starting. Basically, after the Seljuks came in and pushed them out, they started going into India and formed the Delhi Sultanate. Which, the Delhi Sultanate, like, the history of India is extremely interesting, but the Delhi Sultanate, from roughly when it forms up until it collapses in the late 1300s, was basically the strongest nation in this entire region. Like, it was really powerful. It was one of the few that directly fought off the Mongols and actually succeeded. And it wasn't like a giant coalition of like a bunch of different nations. It was just the Delhi Sultanate. Mostly down to its terrain. Getting through this area here is like really, really tough. Yeah, we still might get Genghis Khan. Sometimes it will force spawn it in, but it definitely decreases the chance. Now we can make him a zealot. I just have it on normal. I haven't touched the difficulty settings for Crusader Wars on that side of things. I'm actually thinking of bumping it up, though. Because usually whenever I play Attila, just like the campaign and stuff, I usually play it on max. Yeah, it should still just be on normal, because like I said, I haven't touched those settings for Crusader Wars. Now we got our pikemen all the way up. Oh yeah, light cavalry will just wreck right through. Oh, I misread that. Yeah, I see. Yeah, the AI will do some crazy stuff. It seems for Crusader Wars it's alright. Like, I might bump it up to hard, but normal seems to just be the nice sweet spot. It acts realistic, and it doesn't seem to, like, want to just randomly suicide chart. Like, it's at the point where if they're on a defensive position, they'll hold that defensive position without, like, randomly suiciding. Let's see if we get an actual sun this time. Because let's go and say, if I don't get another sun that, you know, doesn't have leprosy, I'm starting to get some King Henry VIII vibes here. Oh yeah, they ate the royal fig pie to the dungeons. I didn't get a chance to use the house guards. We ended our last war right before I had a chance to use them. So I still haven't seen them yet. Though we are getting ready for another war. We need to make a nice bit of a buffer for Galicia, and I need to capture the entire realm. Empty camp. Console position. Oh, the Duke of Lancaster. Nice, nice. We'll build a castle right there, and then another town there. Convert this to a church holding. Another court event. Lovely. Still not holding court. I have like no reason to do the royal court events. Oh good, we finally got a son. So let me roll the dice and let's see who in the community is going to be the next King of England. Unless this guy has sterile 50% decrease on fertility. It's not bad. It's not bad. Who do we have? Roll dice. Come on, dice roller work. Give me a minute, I'm gonna be right back. Just gotta do a quick restart on the phone. See what's going on with this dice roller. Alright, we got that figured out. And the next one is roll, and drum roll is Frey. He watches every so often. He is one of the, and I believe he's also the lead developer for Crusader Wars, and will be the next King of England. And we're going to educate him. With the Archbishop, because he's going down an education focus. Because if you don't know, education focus is broken. Alright, all the Turks now have access to the Turkish migration casus belli in Anatolia, so we are going to see the start of the Roman Empire really having a hard time, and we're potentially going to start seeing the rise of the Ottomans. How you doing, Queen? Oh no. William of Santiago. Four months and 2 months before our claim's done, so it will be really close to declaring war again. And it's a good thing that we took Santiago when we did, because All Andalus is on the march. The whole reason why we did what we did and came down here was to protect the Christian holy site. We won't even have to launch the entire army. Okay, now we have a claim on this part of Galicia. Prince Richard has become a adult. And we're going to ask him to join the Holy Order. The Duke has... take vows. Longbows are always good to use when it comes to the English. Like, now where I am in the game, this is how I have my thing set up, and this is a nice combo. Just having two full stacks of longbowmen, a single thing of heavy footmen, pikes, heavy armored horsemen, and then there is my house guards. Oh yeah, you have a lot of longbowmen, so I would go with some more infantry. Though you could always add like another 5k and just make sure they can't, you know, come out. They're not allowed to walk. If you want to do something that's absolutely just trollish, is each one of your longbowmen, just have them on each one of the firing types. So you got standard shot, flame shot, whistling shot, extended shot, and heavy shot. We're going to put our spawn down here. And we're going to declare war. Yep, we can go ahead and declare war. And we're just going to raise the men-at-arms. Well, there's their army. Let's just go ahead and crush it. Yeah, we didn't even get a chance to click on them. Put this back over here in London. So what's the hotfix for Crusader Wars? Is it the problem with the late game? Yeah, I figured. I went into the later ones and saw it's pretty crazy if it hits. Surprisingly, Jerusalem, which has our dynasty on it, well, they've learned English. Old English. And just like that, we are victorious. And we're going to do the same thing down here. Convert to a new holding. We want... Where is it? There it is. There we go. That way this entire duchy will be organized by the church. Just need one more territory and then we have the entire area. We can now build the University of Oxford. Another English county here in Iberia. Now here comes a little bit of a conundrum. It's like, I can fabricate a claim. I only need one more, and then we'll have the territory that we basically want to hold on to for right now. Eventually we will go on just the formal of Galicia and sort of like pump it. But we'll kind of give it a rest down here for a little bit as soon as we figure out what we want to do. So we're either going to put a claim on for right here and just sort of capture the coastline for Galicia, or do we want to go further inland? So what does everybody think in the chat? Should we go further inland, or should we gather more territory on the coast of Iberia? The next territory that we do capture, though, we will have enough to convert. Not convert, but take the county title of Galatia. More beach houses. Yeah, we do like beach houses. So yeah, we're going to take a little more on the coastline. People have spoken. And we're going to also go ahead and designate ourselves an heir. And Prince Frey is going to be the next King of England, because he's not a leper. Though he does have sterile. It's a 50%, so we're going to have to find somebody who has an increase on fertility. Though Aragon has re-emerged again. But Al-Andalus is continuing to expand itself. Come on. There we go. Nickname the Cruel. Hey, how you doing, Shadow? So that's interesting. We got the nickname the Cruel. We're apparently a mean person for coming down and beating up on people in Iberia. And the Holy Roman Empire is in the midst of a civil war. Basically to put another person on the throne. Interesting. Walter. Looks like Frey has a little brother. Gonna name him Ralph. We all know Ralph. The little deviant. And he will also be educated by the Archbishop. Oh, good. Popular opinion. Make everybody happy. See how Scotland looks. John. Interesting. Let's see how close we are to trebuchets. Yeah, we're getting close to trebuchets, that's good. And we got ourselves another unpressed claim. This time it is against El-Andalus. Let's see, we have roughly 3K, 4K. We will have to raise the entire army on this. Al-Andalus would count as a near peer. Basically, the whole point of Crusader Kings is just to get your dynasty as famous as possible before 1453. Besides that, it's whatever you want it to be about. Right now, we're just doing basically a story based on each character that we go and play. We just wrapped up a few episodes ago the first little sub-story that we were doing, which was Thrones of Britannia, which is our family basically viewed the entire area of the southern part of the British Isles as rightfully ours, so we went to capture it, and now we're just solidifying it into one kingdom title under England. And right now, King William III, or William the Cruel, has accepted the call for aid from the Iberians, as the Iberian struggle has been going back and forth. The Catholics were pushing back the Islamic invasion, but now it's starting to push back again. So we've come down and captured Santiago to protect the pilgrimage site. And we are about to declare war again. For our claim and add further protection to Santiago. Barracks down here would be nice. Ah, good. Right, is passive, and it goes into the learning and the learning language schemes, which is exactly what we want. So we're going to bring the English army to start besieging the targets down this way. And we're just going to wait. Oh, no, never mind. They actually went around our army. So we're going to slow it down and... There we go. Now we're going to fight this in Crusader Wars, and this is the first time that we are actually fighting the proper Arab army down here. That's interesting. I must have forgot to close Attila. So we just gotta boot this up real quick and then relaunch from the battle. Da da da. Da 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 da. But yeah, Shadow, this game is just mostly stories about your characters, how they came up, how they view the world, what they're doing. Like, you don't have to become a king or an emperor, you could just be a nice little vassal, play kingmaker. Alrighty. Now it should start up right since I forgot to close down Attila. Oh yeah, there's nothing stopping you from going out and painting the map. And conquering the entire thing. Yeah, it's a little bit similar. And I'm using a mod called Crusader Wars, which it's a lot of fun. It lets us put all of our battles that we're fighting into the Total War engine, so we get to have a lot more of a personal experience. So we could get a situation where our character could just straight out get killed. Let's see what we got. We have our pikes. Yeah, it should be coming up in a second. There it is. It was just being slow.
Melee infantry ready.
We've got our billymen.
By your command. Heavy horse at your command.
We're gonna add our cavalry down here on the flat. It's an interesting map formation. We're just going to make a giant formation of the spears. I don't see the house guards, unless they're the billymen.
Ready for battle? Missile warriors! We hunger for blood and battle! Ready for battle?
Put our archers right behind our front line. Infantry behind them. Sort of a pretty standard formation. We'll put one group of billymen over here. And another group of billymen over here. We'll use them to protect the flanks.
Eager for blood!
Well, they're actually pretty bold, just straight out charging at us.
The enemy has been sighted!
Billymen like that. Bring them like this.
Double time! Our general is being attacked! Keep him alert, we're being ambushed!
Back there. Oh, that's fine. Billymen run them down. Billymen are such an effective unit. Have our infantry advance. Let our powerful knights go out. Deal with them.
Units have been rallied. At your service. We have gained the upper hand.
Reverse our charge.
Heavy cavalry ready and willing.
Let's bring these guys. Break them.
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units. Ready for battle!
Now the time has come, let's just push full-on general charge. start taking out the units that they run into.
We await your command. Advance!
Looks like the vast majority of them are retreating. Include them into the charge. Take out that last little pocket of resistance.
We hunger for blood and battle! For glory! Battle ready! We'll kill them all!
It's like watching a bunch of ants.
Melee troops! Charge!
Alright, enjoy your food. I'm actually surprised they just haven't had a real broke. Just really breaking. Bring down there.
Warriors, eager for blood! We'll kill them all!
Charge this one.
Get ready! Warriors, eager for blood!
And then down.
Melee infantry!
That one's on the run, so this way it goes. Well, the armies all on Duluth are basically decimated after this, though they are being very stubborn.
Warriors, eager for blood!
Very stubborn.
For glory!
That one's running away. That guy went rolling. There we go.
Victory! This is your day!
Absolutely destroyed the armies of Al-Andalus. Alrighty, let's see how badly. Oh, yeah. That was a crushing defeat for them. We're going to chase them down and maybe finish them off. Chase them right into their lands. Caught that smaller force. Annihilated them. Had a Turk in control there. Let's put this right down onto their capital. Right where their leader is. All we have to do is take that and it should be quite alright. Nope, he's marching again. The capital out on the loose. Time to hit him. We actually lost a good bit of our army running through their territory like this. But we should be alright. Siege the book. And a Yumiad spear. culture has divine right. Alright, I will take their secret. There it is. Oh yeah, this is the first New England, which is over here. So yeah, this actually happened, by the way. So we have the... It didn't really survive, but we might have a new realm. Some of the Anglo-Saxons, after the Norman conquest, they left. They went in and joined at Constantinople. And in around about 1084, 1085, somewhere around there, they invaded up here in the steppe and tried to form a new realm called New England. And it's technically the first New England. It didn't survive very long, as the Cuman Kipchaks just annihilated it. But the Cuman Kipchaks have completely fallen apart. Also, I forgot we were fighting. But it looks like we're already pretty decent with it. And finally we have full control over our domain. So all we gotta do is just recapture some territory. Capture our war goal. Oh, now we got a new nickname, the Scholar. Logistics is getting closer. Push them away from Santiago. There's their army again. We're just running right through them. Now we got some escapees. Well, maybe we should have fought that battle. Oh well. Mary has temperate. That's good to have. And with that victory, we have push them back. That, but the you can have this territory, and we're going to usurp the title of Galicia for the duchy, and we're going to grant Galicia to Prince Bishopric has been established. Something gives us supplies down here. Looks like it's going to be the cattle pastures. Because if we're going to continue waging warfare down here, we definitely need more supplies. Alrighty, good. Everything's coming along quite alright with that. We're going to convert this territory back to Catholicism. Go ahead and start paying ransom again. 4 characters ready for release. Rock necklace. We'll sell that off. I definitely don't want this dagger, so we're just going to sell that off. The crimes will not go unpunished. Adultery is not palatable. A fine mace. And our former table. Hello, Prince Ralph, the snowball fight. Gonna repair everything. And the Norman mercenaries are still working on pushing out. William first. So yeah, the Kingdom of Sicily is still pushing out the Romans. That's interesting. Francia seems to have expanded a little bit into the Holy Roman Empire. So during the medieval era, when it came to Western Europe, the one that was considered the highest of authorities outside of the Pope was the Holy Roman Emperor. Like, he was considered the most powerful of all of the different kings and queens that were around him. Though effectively controlling anything outside of his realm was impossible. Heck, they didn't really acknowledge him. Duke William III. They became our friend. But a real big push was between the Holy Roman Emperors and the French monarchy, being that they were both, came from the Franks. Just which one is the rightful heirs and legacies to Charlemagne. Then you had the English just being over here and controlling more of territory in French than the actual French king did. Yeah, it looks like our house is still maintaining good control on our cadet branch up here in Scotland. Start taking more military focus on our character. Mary is getting generous. And here we are. We are on January 1st of 1087. It's been 118 years since we started the game. Here is the world. India is starting to put itself back together. Of course, the Tibetan Empire never really did put itself back together, and it's still a bunch of smaller warring kingdoms. The Roman Empire is starting to finally meet its match with the Turkish invasions. There's no major giant steppe empire, but the Turkish migrations are going on, moving back and forth. The Seljuk Turks are here, though they seem to be having a bit of a civil war, trying to dissolve their title. The Gasavids could start moving in to form the Delhi Sultanate. We got one of the caliphates here, the Shia Caliphate. After our victory over Al-Andalus, it looks like the Moroccans are starting to push into Al-Andalus again, trying to capture the lower part of Spain. And we are starting to basically push our influence and become a lot more involved in the Iberian struggle. Right now, we're just going to be content with finishing off the required territories in Galicia, and most likely also Asturias right here. Just gives us a nice little area in coastal. Bring in supplies, makes it a lot easier to protect Santiago. Might bring in the Duchy of Portugal, or at least a little bit of it. There's only, I think, like 2 counties. we might bring that in too, so just sort of have a bit of this area here, just to create more of a buffer zone for Santiago. So we'll see how that goes. But we will consider Santiago completely safe, though, once we bring in the rest of Galatia. So we are going to have more wars going on. Actually, we're going to go ahead and start a claim right here. Though, even though we're doing this, Al-Andalus has pushed almost out all of the Christians. So we'll be most likely the last little bastion of Catholicism around the Pilgrim's Road into Santiago. We have a nice, powerful kingdom, and it's pretty good. We got Denmark over here, which, honestly, we do need to kind of still keep an eye on. They are a little weaker than they were a bit ago, but they are still powerful and around. Doesn't look like we need to worry about Sweden. They are still under the House of Sigurd. Which, you know, we married into the House of Sigurd very, 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 very long time ago. Back when our characters were still in... Well, our original character, Kiefer, was still in Norway. Iceland is still independent. Still Norse and part of the Insular religion. We have... Insularism has been pushed out of the British Isles to the exception of Ireland and some of the islands off the coast of Scotland. Still have them. Our dynasty sits on, of course, England, which is our primary title and where our actual characters are. Scotland has one of our cadet branches. And then the Kingdom of Jerusalem also has one of our cadet branches, which I'm surprised it survived. I really am. Actually, it looks like it's expanding. That's funny. And other thrones that we have is... Well, that's interesting. Lancaster shouldn't have... But oh well. The Duke of Normandy? These are the descendants of Prince Rowdy. So we got the House of Rowdy. I need to go and basically set these guys into different... and put their flower on, and the same way it goes with the other two, since we're supposed to be the House of Flowers. Because our whole dynasty is... you know, roses of many colors. That's our house motto. So I think offline I'm going to go and like set the house banners and stuff to their, what they're basically supposed to be. Different color roses. And we will see that all tomorrow. So I thank everybody for coming by and seeing everything that went on. And I do like all the support that everybody gives. I heavily appreciate every bit of it. And we'll be seeing you all laters, you alligators. Bye-bye.